Hello farmers, welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. As you saw, we just planted some, well, I don't want to say we just planted some sugar beet. That was like in their late morning stages. And as you can see now, it is dark and we're selling eggs because I didn't do nothing the rest of the day. All the fields have been perfectly fine, so none of our crops are ready to be harvested. Just waiting to see what was happening, and then nighttime came and I only had $50,000. I did sell 120,000 liters of premium potatoes at the bakery. That I needed the cash for the seed and fertilizer. Plus the trailer was full, so I had to empty it. But yeah, that's not enough to pay for loan interest at midnight. So I started looking at some things, and obviously, as you can probably guess, my choice was eggs. I was going to sell the sugar, but the sugar prices were terrible. I mean, like $7.50 was the best price, and we like over $900. So I was like, no, I'm not selling that. And then as I was scrolling down the market, I saw eggs were going for $3,100 per. And when I came up here, I was not really ready for having this many eggs to be sold. I'm like, well, this is a really good time, really good price. I mean, it's not a great demand, but $3,100. It is at our self-marketing area. And why can I not let this pallet just straight? Just get on there. I'll manually take you off later if I have to. What was I saying? Yeah. So it's our self-marketing area. Of course, that's where the best price usually is. $3,100 per, and I had lots of eggs. So many eggs. I actually got tons of cash right now, and yeah, we're gonna spend some of it. So remember Field 34? I think we're going to purchase that. Well, briefly. So as like I said, I was at $50,000. This sold all the eggs at all of our 3 coops. Now I ended up with, well, I'm up to $570,000 in the bank account. That field is like 380 some odd thousand. That may even give me enough cash to even pay off some of the loan, get us actually below $30 million on the loan, and leave us also with a little bit of cash as well to pay off our loan interest at midnight. So kind of a win-win and all the way around here. So we will be done buying fields after Field 34. I'm not buying anymore. Yeah, 34 is just going to merge with the other fields down there. I think I'm all set. I'm going to leave this Valtra up here just because I may clean out the chickens. I'm not going to say tomorrow because I was really hoping for the fields to turn over for harvest on the east side and the lower plateau today. Did not happen, so I already know what's going to happen tomorrow. It's going to be a, you know what kind of a storm is going to happen here in the farm. It is going to be busy, busy, busy. Especially now that we have 5 fields technically on the east side. Did any of them actually grow or get ready for harvest? No. So yeah, in the future, Field 33 and 35, which we just bought. Well, was that yesterday? Yeah, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, we bought these 2 fields, so we're waiting for them ready to be harvested. We're going to merge these 2 fields together, and then Field 34 is going to merge with Field 32. So that's going to be a much bigger field, but let's not waste any time here. Field 34, what's the actual price? $371. That leaves me $200,000. Perfect. So that leaves me with $198,000. I think I'll just pay off $100,000 off the loan. That'll leave me with $98,000. That'll leave me with a little bit of leeway, but as we can go into the financial page, paying off $100,000 will get us below $30 million. So it'll be $29,996. Is that right? No, 4. 29,994. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Yeah, my brain's been fried. Took a little while I should have just used my Lift Anything mod and lifted every pallet and sold them. I'm like, I'm not recording. I should just pick them up by hand and sell them. But no, I did them all with a stupid forklift. And I had a couple of those situations where I mumble and grumble because, well, they get stuck once in a while. So there's all the eggs sold. We're starting to get some more eggs. The weird thing is, when we sell the eggs, we do them all at the same time. And it's just weird. These 2 chicken coops are the exact same coops. They have the same amount of chickens. But this one in the front seems to always give me more eggs than the one back here. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's already at 42.14. What do I have over here? Probably not going to see. Now this one's showing less than I sold. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. But anyways, we got the cash. So I need to log into the bank account, pay off $100,000. I'll just see you in the morning because there's nothing left to do. Wait, do I need to take care of the sugar factory? I just took care of most of the pallets. Unless they all spawned while I was doing that. Yes, they did. And I got plenty of sugar beets to go through the morning. Yes, I do. So I want to make sure all the pallets are empty out of there. Pay off $100,000. I'll see you in the morning. And I am pretty darn sure we'll be doing some harvesting. I almost guarantee it. And yeah, then we'll have to bird some fields together. A whole bunch of stuff. But I don't think we'll get it all into this one episode. It's going to be a process to get all these fields on the east side kind of squared away. So, yeah, I'll see you when dawn breaks. All right, 6 o'clock in the morning. Well, almost. Animal upkeep, 10,000, 84,000 alone, and of course, property maintenance and all that fun stuff costs us a little bit. But we do wake up with just about $25,000 in the bank account, which is more than fine. As you can see, our loan is actually below 30 million. So yes, we have paid off $25 million of the loan, almost at the halfway point. Yeah, not much actually came off the loan interest, a couple $100, but I don't really care. I don't see a 3 as a beginning number. It's down to a 2. And now that we've already bought the fields that we talked about. Oh yeah, boom, yellow everywhere. What about, okay, where's the, oh yeah, we got weeds over here. Yeah, I'll have to send the John Deere over there with the weeder. He can get busy doing that. And of course, I guess I could start anywhere. As for Field 34, you may be wondering, why didn't I wait until we got contracts to fertilize, whatever. To me, I don't want to say it's a small field. I guess I just didn't want to wait. We had the cash, that kind of a thing. Yeah, so where do I want to start today? Well, I think I'll hop over. I got to find the John Deere. I mean, I know with the John Deere, but I can never click on it when it's there. All right, so yeah, just before, I was a little nervous when I loaded the game back in and I started getting ready to sleep through the night. I'm like, oh, please, just don't be raining when I wake up in the morning, because if it does, I may have to go into the developer mod, restart, and turn this on. Because if it rained today, it'd be like, yep, that's going to push us even further and further behind. Actually, while I'm doing all this, probably the smartest thing to do is, let's jump into the beautiful combine that we have. Corn header. Oh, I see it's back there. Haven't used it in a while. So let's hit that. Let's get this sucker right to work. Now we're going to do the cornfields first. Might as well unfold that. And the reason why I want to do the cornfields first, because one, the pigs don't really need the food right away, but as being cornfields, they're going to need to be plowed. So while I'm harvesting the big field 35, I can go ahead and plow these fields and turn them over. And really the rush for getting the field 35 harvested, not so much, because field 33 is not quite ready, which I'm pretty sure it's going to be by the time we're all set. And of course, we're going to merge fields 33 and 35. So there we go. The Volvo truck is over here with one trailer already. The other trailer is being used for premium potatoes, and yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, moving those belts around. Yeah, not a big fan, but it's a work in progress. It works fine. Sometimes getting the belts lined up with the trigger and the trailer, yeah, not so much fun. So it's going to be a big harvest here on the east side, and of course we got to do some transformation on a couple fields, merge them together, all that fun and jazz. Now the only thing I probably am going to notice when I get over here, in the cotton field, there's going to be a small section where those weeds are going to be at stage 2. Not a big section. It was so small, it's like, I don't really want to, I fought with myself. I'm like, just bring it over and do something. I'm like, you know what, I'll just weed it with this, and if I want to go back over and spray it with some herbicide, I will do that later on. Let's go ahead and sneak on through here. Now I have thought about, I'm like, geez, now we're getting bigger fields. Would it be wise or worth it to look into getting bigger seed drills? And the hard part is, if I go with the bigger seed drills, I'd have to do like 2 different sets because it's not going through that bridge that we just get across. So I'm trying to think, okay, so to get the seed drill from the east side to the west side, what would I have to do? I can't go through that bridge. I'm like, well, I guess I could go up and around. It was like, can I get underneath the railroad track that goes over there? And then I said, well, I can't come down the middle road because there's a bridge there. I said, then I guess I would have to come down through the BGA. I'm like, that is a lot of going around and around and around just to seed. I'm like, you know what? We'll just go with the seed roll that we have. If anything, it'd probably be much cheaper for me to buy a second seed roll for down here rather than spend $750,000 trying to get a big seed roll down here. Now the reason why I'm driving all around, I should have just went to the upper corner. This upper corner here, which is actually the southwest corner. I always try to start in this corner because the fence line kind of causes problem with my workers. So yeah, we're going to bring them on up with this section here. We'll weed the sugar beet field first, doesn't really matter, and then we'll head on over to the cotton field. Well, the worker will. We're going to be a little busy doing some things here and there. I'm pretty much going to be the grunt of the rest of the episode, running things here, running things there, moving this tractor here, moving this tractor there. I'm hoping that the cornfields do not need lime, just because it's an extra step right now. I don't mind plowing and liming and all that, but I hate when I have to plow and lime at the same time. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. So the John Deere will take a while because this is not a modded weeder. But it sure is a nice size one. Put it on down. I think I kind of figured out that we kind of break even. Our modded weeder that we usually have is half the width of this, but it goes at twice the speed. So we kind of break even on it, and since this was part of the new DLC, we decided to go with this. And it's more realistic going at this kind of a speed anyways. Yeah, what I want to check is, okay, we know it needs to be plowed. And of course I thought, yeah, of course it needs to be limed. What is in field 34 anyways? What tell me that's barley. Thank you. I was hoping it was barley, not taters, because that would have really frustrated me. What's the condition of the field? We know it has weeds. Well, the good news is it doesn't need to be plowed, and fertilization. We'll just leave it as is because our weeder's over there now. And like I said, I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm going to be on the wrong side of the map. Right there, the wall's going to be right here. Yeah, we can't get over there. But yeah, you can see kind of stage 2 weeds right there. I'm getting kind of full on the wine again, which is good. That's all fine. All right, so what is my next step? My next step is to find the T8, and we'll grab the plow and get that ready. How do I want to do this? So I want to spread lime on it, then plow it, and then fertilize it, then reseed it. A lot of steps there, isn't there? Yeah. I'm glad I'm starting off with $27,000 to start the day, just because we're going to need that cash. And speaking of cash, usually when I start thinking of cash, I start thinking, well, where am I going to get the cash to start the day? It's definitely not going to be eggs. I do have probably 60,000 liters of milk, but the milk price is kind of terrible because we sold 700,000 liters just a little while ago, and that price is still not really bounced back up yet. But yeah, it's sugar. I need to head back over to the sugar plant because I'm pretty sure overnight, just sleeping overnight, that the sugar plant is full. So while we wait for our New Holland CR1090 to fill up with 60,000 liters of corn, let's go into the market page and scroll on down to where's the sugar? 914. Where's that at? Agro Wholesales. Well, of course, it's always Agro Wholesales, it seems like. The reason why I say that is because our sugar factory is here and Agro Wholesales is up there. Why are you blinking? What do you Agri Wholesale is right on top. What do you got a great demand for? Okay, whiskey, which is something that I never got to because we use the wheat to go ahead and make bread. What does the whiskey factory actually need? Is that under a global company? I have no idea where the whiskey factory is. No idea. It's not in there. Yeah, I actually need to save money. I think my next goal is kind of focus. Since we have spent a lot of money on land, I think I just need to focus on getting the loan paid and getting down below 20 million. And like that's $10 million. Yeah, on this farm, probably not going to take too long because the horses, we got 3 horse stables on the go, so we can get a couple $1 million there rather quickly. That's not the right thing I wanted to do. No, here, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons. Well, it looks like what I'm going to be doing for a little while is, let me fire this up. First thing, I'll empty out the sugar factory so I can start remaking some more sugar. Yeah, so I'm going to be making some trips on up to the Agri Wholesales. So while the harvester is filling up, I'll be filling up with sugar and bringing it up there. So I got to probably get at least 3 trips. At least 3 trips, maybe, yeah, 3 and then some. Let's just, we'll just say 3 and then some. Let's see, 1. Oh yeah. Maybe 4 more trips. So at $900 per, yeah, I don't know. My brain's kind of shot now with all these numbers. The last couple episodes here in the Pacific Northwest, money's coming in fast, and I spent it just as fast. But look at what we accomplished in the last couple episodes. We bought 3 fields now for like over $2.5 million. Spent money into that, and we officially got the loan below 30 million. So thumbs up all across the board. And like I said, we paid off $25 million on a $55 million loan, so we're just about halfway through our goal. Is it a goal or a challenge? Halfway through our challenge of paying off a $55 million loan. Yeah, so a lot of goals are getting kind of met here in a brief period here. But like I said, pretty soon, once we get fields 33 and 35 blended together, and that will be a second cotton field. Blend 34 in with field 32. Is that field 32? Make that field bigger, so we'll just get more crops here and there. Yeah, I can see us. I think the next 30 million to pay off is going to be a lot easier than the first 25 million. Anyways, let me go ahead and make some sales of some sugar. What we at, like 26,000? All right, $26,000. Going once, going twice, and we will be at how much when I get done? I have no idea. Since I do think this is going to be my last load of sugar pallets for the morning, I did turn the speed down to ×1 just because I didn't want the price to be changing too much on me. But yeah, we're up to $250,000. I'm getting like $73,000 per trailer load. I got about 5 or 6 more pallets of sugar down there, but I was like, that's definitely not worth the trip for me right now. In the meantime, I've been moving some things around. The John Deere got done weeding the sugar beet field, so now they're over on the cotton field. They're about halfway done there. We're done harvesting the first corn field. That's been moved on over, and since they moved on over, I went ahead and got the T8 up and going. They are spreading lime down in that field, which they might be done right now. Okay, too far forward. You can trust me. It's 71,000. It's a 71,000 per, or 73,000 per. Yeah, so that's roughly where we're at right now. The harvester is full as we speak, so I need to go on down, empty out the harvester, then I'll have a full trailer. Yeah, the trailer system I got now that holds 120,000 liters kind of works out well with a harvester. Because, well, 2 harvester loads at 60,000 per is 120, so it works out great. So all this corn needs to go over to the pigs. I do need to check on the pigs. I kind of forgot to check last night to see, because I forgot when we last sold some pigs. A lot has been going on this map the last few episodes, so I lost track when we sold some pigs last. So hopefully I didn't quite forget about them. They've been sitting there full for a while. That would not be good, because that means we lose $2,000 per hour by them not reproducing. I'm going to bring this Volvo truck and trailer back down to the factory area and put it down by the sugars. And yeah, I'll see you over at the CR1090 harvester. We're going to unload him and then bring that trailer over to the pigs, feed the pigs, and maybe just do a little bit I'll try to get some potatoes in here and there. I try to do it when I got a free moment. Today may not be a good day with free moments, but I'll see what I can do. Well, the worker in the combine is waiting patiently for us to go ahead and unload it. And before I forget, because I've been meaning to kind of talk about this a little bit, I don't really talk about it on No Man's Land episodes because, well, I'm trying not to act like I'm not interacting with anyone, which is kind of hard when you're trying to commentate in a video. But, you know, people are telling me in No Man's Land, forget the weeder, go with herbicide. And so, you know, just leave your comment below. If you play with weeds on, I'll say this without seasons, do you prefer the weeder or herbicide? Now, I do it with a weeder for this purpose and this purpose only. To me, it's more profitable to do it with just the weeder, because you just have to buy the weeder. You don't have to buy the herbicide. Now, the only downfall is if your weeds get to stage 2, yeah, you're up the creek without a paddle. But if you stay on top of it, you're fine. Herbicide is fine, but you got to realize herbicide will, in real life, add chemicals to your field. And, you know, it says, it's, you know, I don't know how, I'm not that in-depth on herbicide, but, I'd rather not spray chemicals on my crops if I can help it. That's just the way I look at it. And really, the weeder is, most of the weeders are cheaper. If you look at working with size, most of the weeders are a little bit cheaper than sprayers for the same size. And then, of course, then you have to keep buying herbicide over and over again. So to me, I just always run weeders. It's just the way I like to do it. Doesn't mean it's the correct way or it's the wrong way. I mean, your job is to get the weeds out the field. But to me, I just prefer to do it with a weeder because overall, it'll be more profitable for your field, in my opinion, to do it with just a weeder, because I don't have to pay for anything. I've already bought the weeder. It's just a matter of the time of paying the worker. Now, a sprayer may be able to get rid of, if you hire workers, you want to look at it that way. Yeah, your sprayer is going to have a faster working speed than a weeder itself. It's just the way I prefer to do things with a weeder. That's the way I roll. But we all play the game to have fun. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just the way I look at it. Alright, hopefully I left myself enough room. The other half of my Wilson trailer is kind of out of the way now compared to where I parked it before. Yeah, I can't feed the pigs until I get this out of the way, because that is going to cause nothing but problems. Hopefully you don't have any potatoes in the bucket here, because I need you to be empty. You are. So let's get that on up. As for the potato washer and the potato washer, premium potatoes, so on and so forth, yeah, my opinion on it, if you want to do it for making a lot of money, it's time taking, as you can see. It definitely is time taking. But if you're just there to have fun and the money's not much of an issue for you and you just want to do it for the enjoyment of it, then definitely it's worth it. But as for making a lot of profit off it, it takes a while. It takes a lot of labor and love to go into it in order to make a good amount of cash. So like I'm not going to say I spent a lot of time on it, but I brought 120,000 liters over. Now keep in mind I am playing on hard economy, so yeah, I brought 120,000 liters over, and I got like maybe $505 per 1,000, so not a great deal amount. So I got just over 60 grand for 120,000 liters, and that took a lot of work to get that money. So but it's an interesting concept. I think I shouldn't say that those premium potato washers should hold more, because they hold 4,000 liters. Is quite a bit amount for that size of a washer. So I shouldn't say that it should hold more. Alright, let me just go make sure that this thing is up and running. I don't know if it's out of water or anything like that, but it's all good. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, I was going to check on the pigs just to see. Yeah, it looks like my weeder is going to have one more pass and they're done. I'll bring the John Deere over and he can start plowing the fields behind the TA as he's spraying down the line. But I want to check on the pigs. Oh, we're almost full. 3 more pigs and we would have a full pen. So I need to sell those pretty soon. When I mean pretty soon, within the next in-game hour, or else I'm going to start losing some cash. But all this corn is going to go to the pigs, 120,000 liters. I'm sure they'll take all of it. So one reason why I also did the premium potatoes is I get a little pig food out of it. For the amount of pigs that we got, it's not going to show up greatly, but it is something. I do expect these pigs to take all of this, but these stats are going to look so much better. You can see that at 250,000, so they need about 500,000 liters to be completely happy. But we're going to be selling 180 pigs, right? Yeah, something like that. So I'm going to get 180,000 from the pigs today as well. So by the end of the day, we could have like $500,000 in our bank account, which means we'll probably pay off $400,000 by the end of the day, the way it looks at this moment. I really don't have much more. I kind of sold most of the crop that we had. We just sold the eggs. We just sold some milk. I do have some wool, and that's pretty much it. I don't have much else to sell for a while. Now it's going to take a while for the farm to rebuild up everything. But definitely once we get the east side all settled and all the fields merged and we have more another cotton field, and that's going to be a big cotton field. It's going to go over great. Yeah, as for, I really haven't looked at the seed rolls. Now, we did talk about this a little bit. Where are the seeders? Right here. So, I used the Seed Hawk. That's right. I used the Seed Hawk over on Hazard County. Sorry, I was getting confused. The Seed Hawk. Where's the Seed Hawk? This is what we use. This will not, I don't think this will go through the bridge down the lower plateau. And if I were to buy this, we're talking $500,000 for it. And I would need to probably use the Case Quad Track, right? I think that's the only tractor I got, and this is the modded one. I don't know what the horsepower is. I probably went with the biggest horsepower, which would be 1165. Should be enough. Yeah. The new seed drills, I really haven't looked too much into it. I only bought the pack just for the weeder, just for the heck of it. But these do get expensive. You're looking at $430,000 for the seeder, and then the air cart. Is this the air cart that goes with it? So 4, 7. You need about $800,000 to buy this seeder. Now this might fit through the bridge. You can see the Seed Hawk, which kind of looks like this one right here, how they stick way up the way they unfold. What's the working width of that? That is 25.5 meters. This is 30 meters. Yikes, that's a big seed drill. That would be, no, that's not what I want to do. That would be really good for seeding. You got to realize 33 and 35 merged together, maybe 32 and 34 merged together. These fields here are kind of small for that seed drill. This cotton field wouldn't be too bad, and it might do this. I'm not going to say do it one pass, but it'll probably do field 25 in 2 passes. So to me, to spend $800,000 to upgrade a seed drill and try to get it back and forth through that bridge could be a problem. I think it'd be more logical, and I keep hitting the wrong buttons like I always do, to maybe buy another seed drill. And if I do, I mean, should I just buy the same one that we've been using, which is the Stara right here? No, not that one. Sorry, we go with a modded one just because we can change the colors of it. That's the reason why I went with the modded one. Plus, it does seed a little bit faster. So we're talking $200,000 for one that is, what's the width of this one? Where is it? 14.5 meters. And all I need is 420 horsepower, so I can use a very different amount of tractors to do so. So, yeah. But I think we'll just give it a go the way it's been going. And we'll see, until we haven't really done anything with the new fields yet. We just bought them. That's all we've done. We haven't done any field work in them just yet, other than whatever the contracts have been paying. But especially when we get those fields merged together, which we'll be doing next week, I'm sure. I'm going to probably finish up the corn harvest here at the end of this episode and at the beginning of next week. But we'll have a whole bunch of tractors going on. We'll have the John Deere back over here, the T8 over here. So we'll be harvesting over here. spreading lime, plowing, fertilizing, reseeding, and we're really waiting for field 33, which is right in front of us, to get ready for harvest. We can merge those two together. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with field 34, because I do want to merge that with the field in front of it, which I keep forgetting. I think it's 32. The problem is field 34 is not even close to being ready for a harvest. So I don't know if I just want to just forget the barley that's in the field and just merge those two fields together now, because yeah, it has weeds in it. I'm driving over now so I can kind of see is it stage 1 or stage 2 weeds. Looks like a stage 1. Yeah, the field's just been planted. I guess what I could do is leave the barley in it and like plow around it, and because we usually do wheat or barley in these fields here to feed our bakery to make bread. I can plant barley in all those and just kind of like plow around and leave that there because it's already planted. Yeah, that might be what we do. That's my it won't be it's not gonna be too bad. Yeah, we'll get it all straightened away. So yeah, in between episodes I'm just gonna finish up the corn harvest over here, do some other things, get the John Deere over here, and I'm not going to do too much in between episodes between this week and next week. But the good news is we own Area Field and Lower Plateau, and we're getting ready to merge some fields all together. Yeah, this farm is kicking off pretty good. We're chewing that loan rather well lately, and I expect us to do even more so here in the future, especially once we get the cotton field going behind us. That is going to be so good to get that cotton harvester going every day instead of just sitting over there. And cotton does bring in a good amount of money at our self-marketing area. The chickens did rather good. Oh yeah, I gotta sell pigs today too. So yeah, I might sell the pigs in between episodes as well. I might even do it now while I'm thinking about it, because I'll forget by the time I do an episode next week. But that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time right here in the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.